Good evening, fellas. We'll listen. January 2nd, 2023, 11:36 p.m. And I'm really surprised that nobody on YouTube, out of all the channels I'm subscribed to, and I found one video about it. Continue to say prayers for this guy. We don't know what's going on. The whole thing is really weird and confusing. The hit did not look that bad. I was watching the game. But he got back up, and then he fell down and fell over backwards. And then after that, everybody was freaking out. Everybody's crying. The announcers were crying. It was like it's like somebody died. And, I don't know. It's just the way everybody reacted. An example was, another example was Miami's quarterback had a hit to the head, and it was really bad, and it looked like he was having seizures on the sideline or on the field. And, they took him, they did the, same thing, took a little time, and then they took him to the hospital. And then they continued right back on with playing the game. This one is totally different. In the Miami game, I didn't see anybody crying. Everybody was just concerned, but nobody was crying. I don't know. It's just really weird. And now they're saying, he's in critical condition. His vitals are normal, and they put him to sleep to put a tube down his throat so he could breathe. He cannot breathe on his own. They still have not really announced what his injury was, which is weird. And now they're saying that they're not going to have an update until tomorrow. They said no update tonight. I thought that was really weird. I don't know. I've been watching football for a long time, and I've never seen anything like this. I went back and I looked at this because I thought it was really strange. Because I thought, to me, it looked like maybe he did pass. So I looked it up. When was the last time that somebody passed while they were playing on the field? And I looked it up, and we're talking 1920, so 102 years, only 7 people. And nobody in the last 50 years. So if he did, he would be the first one in over 50 years. It was 1971 the last time. And back in that game too, which is weird, they didn't stop the game. They kept going. They kept playing the game. I don't know. It's really weird. If you remember back in September 11th of that other year, I remember the NFL suspended all the games for the Sunday that was upcoming. So nobody played. They canceled all the games. And that's the only time I ever remember them canceling games. This one is postponed, or it was suspended, then postponed. I don't know if they're going to play the game again. They're going to continue the game where it left off from. It's really strange. Nobody's announcing anything. And this game had lots of playoff implications. Buffalo was the number 1 seed going in, but Kansas City won on Sunday, so they moved into the number 1 spot. Buffalo wins, they're back in the number 1 seed again with 1 week to go. Cincinnati, they have already clinched the playoff spot, and if they won tonight, they would clinch their division. And that would put them at least to the 3rd seed. Possibly the 2nd seed. So there's a lot of, I don't know, it's just really weird how everything went down. And it's weird how there's no updates. And they said they're going to wait till tomorrow to update his health. I don't know, it's just the whole thing is weird. And, I've been watching Twitter to see what they've been saying, and there's all kinds of theories. And, nobody should jump to any conclusions yet because we don't know. So I'm going to say that nobody knows exactly what happened, what his status is, but there's lots of people making speculations about, him getting a jab and maybe that did it, the SADS. So that's a theory. It's possible. But I'm not saying in any way or form that that's what happened. We don't know what happened. But this guy was 24 years old. He's only his second year in the NFL. He's only been a starter since game 3 of this year. And NFL players are in the tip-top health conditions. They're world-class athletes, so they are in the best health of most, of pretty much anybody in the whole world. So to have, I don't know, we don't know. The hit that he took did not look bad at all, and he seemed to get up just fine, but then he fell over again. So we don't know. Maybe he got hit a certain way and it stopped his breathing. Maybe stopped his heart. Who knows? We don't know. So I'm just saying, just save some prayers for him and his family, and hope for a speedy and full recovery. But I don't know. I just got a weird feeling about this whole thing. It's just really weird. Really weird. So, I don't know what happened to him. And I'm not saying, anything about, his cause of death. We got to wait to see what it is. But if it winds up being like something like a blood clot, then we can say some things. But we don't know yet, so we just have to wait. But it just seems very odd. The whole thing was really odd. It took 30 minutes for the ambulance to take him from the stadium. I know, if somebody, is having problems, because he was having problems breathing, it took 9 minutes of CPR. He wasn't not breathing on his own. So they had to have him in stable condition before he could be on the ambulance. But I don't know, all right, I got to go. I'm taking too long talking, and I'm running out of room. Thanks for watching. God bless.